And tell me, do you stand with IBRAHIM TRAORE? Get this video that those lies, my people. The people are sending a message to Prime Minister and HOLNESS. It's a warning. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to play this phone and listen to this, everybody.
So we're live. So we're here. US Embassy. Right in Jamaica. Every Rasta there. And we are sending a message to America. Enough is enough. We don't not touch IBRAHIM TRAORE. We don't not touch him. We don't use Obama.
Drop a like on this video.
And we don't eat, we don't done so. And take the Gaddafi from away. We don't not touch IBRAHIM TRAORE. And enough more people want to touch the way. Donald Trump and you, Mr. Langley, or what you want to name, the captain, you need to understand. So the spirit of the ancestors are here. And a long time black people are hold back. No, we not hold back. If you touch IBRAHIM, you touch Jamaicans. You touch real Africans in Jamaica. And every American in Jamaica needs to be careful if we don't touch him. And we're serious. We're dead serious.
Very serious.
We're very serious.
Very, very serious.
I'm not talking to you.
No, I the king that.
Yeah. Oh.
I open a year while going.
Yeah. See there, whoa, see there. See there. IBRAHIM TRAORE.
Collective, just for the Rastas.
Yes.
Pioneer the forefront of this. This concerns all Africans. Any destruction plan for the destruction of Africa concerns all of us. And we are saying, church pastors, we ask you, Sunday morning, Sabbath, return to sender, return to sender. Any destruction of plan, you need to only become concerned about my people.
So I'm going to go some more on the time, everybody. The question is, do you stand with IBRAHIM TRAORE? That is, of course, the newly elected, the new sensation that is now the African leader. Yes. And there is a message that is going out to the Prime Minister, my people. Right? Now, many persons are looking for the support of Prime Minister and HOLNESS behind IBRAHIM TRAORE. You understand? But that does not seem likely to happen because we are going further and further to the United States. And, you know, we certainly don't want to fall short, at least. And HOLNESS does not want to fall short in the graces of Donald Trump. You understand? So now this is the second movement of the Jamaican people sending a message to the powers that be that do not touch him. Alright? So let's see for the Jamaican people. Drop a like on this video and comment and tell me, do you stand with IBRAHIM TRAORE? Okay? Because now this is the second movement. The first one I told you about was in Montego Bay, and the second one is now at the Emancipation Park in Kingston. Yeah, the growing movement. And this is from the Rastafarian community. They are saying, listen, Donald Trump, you will not touch him, because if you do, no American that is in Jamaica, this won't be a word. This is a warning. No, won't be good. Okay? Now, of course, it is no surprise that in this situation and many other situations, including, of course, the Cuban medical policy, Prime Minister and HOLNESS has been labeled, according to the Jamaican people, as a sellout. You understand? Okay? So this now comes as a concern to many people, again, yet trying to know the stance of Prime Minister and HOLNESS that is being placed in the hot seat. Will the Prime Minister side with the African leader, or will he choose Donald Trump? We will find out. You understand? Because now it is becoming a growing concern about whether or not US money are going to sweep the leader, which is Andrew Holness, or morals and standards, and being African are going to be the choice of him as well. Well, we already know the choice of those people. Okay? Because clearly They have already made their choice and they're sending their message worldwide. Now, Pan-Africanists rally in Kingston in support of Burkina Faso's President IBRAHIM Traore. Yeah. Now, moving right along, several Pan-Africanists have gathered in Emancipation Park in Kingston to show their support for Burkina Faso's transitional president, Captain IBRAHIM Traore. Yeah, the first one, which I told you about a few days ago, was of course with the Montego Bay selection. The Rasta them down there did a march in support of IBRAHIM Traore, and it was the same message. And also they want to know the stance of how Prime Minister Andrew Holness feels about this situation. Some people already know. To some people, they already know. To some people, you know what I mean, we definitely, of course, as I said before, some people know the choice that he's going to choose if put to the test, what he's going to choose. Not the motherland, of course, because the money is sweet. And definitely, this government doesn't want to offend Donald Trump. You understand? Because, you know, in that situation, it can be a diplomatic chaos, so to speak. So they have to tread lightly. So even though they're moving towards the streets of IBRAHIM Traore and they're saying Africa and whatever the case may be, that stance we will never know, according to many persons, because, you know, we are now too deeply rooted in the pockets of the United States and the Andrew Holness-led administration. That is what's according to the people. Now, according to the article again, you know, based on what I'm seeing here, which is IBRAHIM.net, drop a like on the video, my people, and comment and tell me if you stand with them, because this is the final segment. Okay, they're saying this: tensions are escalating between the United States and several West African nations after US General Michael Langley accused Captain Traore of diverting the country's gold reserves to secure his regime. Yet caught in the middle of this situation is they want to know what is the stance of this Prime Minister. Okay? And I think it was tested a few weeks ago when the Cuban medical policy became a problem. With no hesitation, the Barbadian president came out and said, listen, I am willing to sacrifice my travel documents in order for this situation to bear fruit. Now, Andrew Holness was described in that matter as a spineless and a coward. And me say so. Check the article them. Do you stand with IBRAHIM Traore, my people? Alright? Yes. And that is Burkina Faso's president in Africa. Now, Pan-Africans across the globe, including Jamaica, have united in support for the leader. Today's rally in Kingston is organized by the Rastafarian mansions and organizers. Supporters will move from Emancipation Park to Haile Selassie High School in that time. Now, they will then visit the US Embassy, which you just saw in Ligani, at about 3 p.m. Now, a rally will also be held at the Sam Sharp Square in Montego Bay, St. James, starting later on in the day. You understand? What is the stance of the Prime Minister? We probably won't know, really. But I am seeing where many Jamaican persons are now in support and are voicing their opinions towards the leader in support of him, because they're saying that the destruction of Africa is going to greatly affect Jamaica. Let me repeat that again. They're saying that the destruction of Africa is going to greatly affect us as Jamaican people. You understand? And as well as we refer to Africa as the motherland. So the destruction of Africa, of course, is definitely something that we don't want to see, according to the Rastafarian community, because it will indeed affect us greatly. You see what I say? So IBRAHIM Traore now becomes, of course, one of the most talked about leaders across the world for his new motive of what appears to be uniting Africa and keeping the minerals that under resources back in the nation, which seems to be, ravished and, taken advantage of over many years, allegedly. Drop a like on the video. Tell me your thoughts. No more to come. That is it tomorrow. By God blessing. I'm out.